ballroom looking on. As Malcolm began speaking, a man shouted, accusing another of picking his pocket, creating a disturbance.
It's going down like this, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy. The following
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was hoeing. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Fade that nigga. Shit. Bar, bet the bar, off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog need. Slap Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can, for what he has, he says that the only way that, for what he has, 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 he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boy. Yes, he destroy black boy. Yes, he destroy black. Yes, he destroy. Yes, he destroy black boy. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
I just left a light in this bitch. I'm finna hit the shop in this shit.
Hey, where the white women at?
I'm trying to told you just with Herbie, man.
Hey, where the white women at?
I'm trying to told you just with Herbie, man. No, her mind is fucked. God damn it.
Hey, where the white women at?
I'm trying to told you just with Herbie, man. No, her mind is fucked.
Well, gotta get a piece of mind.
Your feet. He looked down, seen her feet. The nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously in no time switch its rotation also because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously. Can you?
You don't understand. It's cool enough just being cool, like I am.
Group of you together, you never can tell who's who.
I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it.
Plus, I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deeply. very deeply.
Dance with me. Dance with me. Dance with Dance with me. Oh yeah, everybody.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill you.
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
I don't mean to be out of line. I mean to be rude. I don't mean to be out of line. I mean to be rude. I don't mean to be out of line.
What's all that noise? Oh, that's just Dad.
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
Come with baggage, just not asking the way what's on. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
I like that. Bitch niggas, hoe niggas, rich niggas, broke bitch. I told niggas this was on, yeah, right. Come with baggage, just not asking the way what's on. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
I like that. Bitch niggas, hoe niggas, rich niggas, broke bitch. I told niggas this was on, yeah, right.
The Chinese platform, you're the Chinese platform. You already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass.
I think we OD'd. I think we OD'd. I think we OD'd.
My word, can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. That's the difference when you're my baby.
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah.
Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. I hit the loot juice and pulls up in the dude. Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. I hit the loot juice and pulls up in the dude. Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. I hit the loot juice and pulls up in the deuce. I hit.
Like I said, you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Do that dance, baby, do that dance, let's work it out. I hit the.
To the east. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game,
that was created by the Hero Twins. And I am that one and only Galactic Daddy-O, welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Well, that looks like where I need to be coming in. Yeah, it's a lot to do tonight. I mean, we've got the full moon energy going. I believe this is the snow moon. I think maybe the snow moon or the wolf moon as well. So, I'm going to put a lot of good energy out there for everybody that really wants it. If it ain't your thing, then, that's all right too. So, I fucked around, didn't light my candle. I think I'm gonna have to go do that. And, I'm gonna light some sage. I might even go grab my bowl and play some extra tunes for y'all tonight. We're gonna definitely do the meditation. Sometime tonight when I find the shit, I'll integrate that. Thought it was here, but and just giving that good energy out. But to stay in tune with what we do, I don't disappoint. What they call the Rob from God. The finest ale in the land comes from Great Lakes Brewery, and they picked a icon up out of Chicago, FBI guy, Elliot Nest. So, pop them if you got them. Put that back up and balance it. And again, I get many gifts from just being cool. One of the free glasses I got from Goose Island, which is also out of Chicago. So, cheers. Hear that good nectar coming on out. Da, 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 da. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Da, 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 da. And pop them if you got them. Cheers. And I'm down to my last gummy. I got to go get some more of these motherfuckers tomorrow. For real. So smoke them if you want them. I don't really smoke no more. Edibles seems to take the place of the smoking. Yeah, so greetings everyone. Thank you for coming tonight. I'm feeling extra funky tonight because it is the full moon. Oh, tobacco. Right the fuck on. And it's got a little sweet to it. And so, I'm going to take you through some different vibrations. I'm going to feel some vibrations as well. And we're going to share this together. And it shines on all of us. The moon is where the ideas go. The thoughts go up into the moon. It's the keeper of the thoughts. And so, we do a little something for it. We blow smoke for it. Might get my pipe down back up there. It'll probably fire up. There's so much shit in it. I put a bunch of wax that ain't burned. If I can get that motherfucker hot enough, it'll probably burn that wax out eventually. So, man. Celtics blew out the Knicks. Stephen A. Smith's going crazy, talking about they think they're going to get Donovan. I don't see why they need Donovan because he's another short guard. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to help them. Wait a minute. So, it wasn't a very interesting game tonight. Saturday Night Live was funny in the motherfucker, though. When they did with Michael Che and Colin Jost, that shit was funny tonight. I enjoyed it. I thought the writing was brilliant. 21 Savage, I don't know who dresses the nigga. The nigga looked like trash the way he was dressed. I don't know. It just didn't look, the music didn't have me rocking. So that's kind of how I based it on if you got me grooving to it or not. And, you got a chance to be on live TV and you don't rock the crowd. You don't like, oh, why not? And what do y'all think about this hat? Let me see. Didn't I put the shit in my pocket? This is the newest thing from, this again is Kango. And this is the Kango Spitfire. You ain't got the color on here. But anytime I can get a Kango under 70 bucks, I think this was 35 bucks. I had to pay shipping. So anytime I can get a Kango, I can't wait. So this is the newest thing added to the hat collection, because it ain't just baseball hats and Godfather hats. You got to love all hats. You got to have all creativity. So, I love all hats. So this is a nice little winter hat. I think I'm going to get the summer version too, and definitely going to get a summer Godfather hat. You got to have a summer Godfather hat. Oh, where's what I'm looking for? It ain't this far back. Can't be this far back. I'll find it somewhere, because last month was January, right? Yeah. So let me see if it's here. It is here. Okay. So cool. I found it. So when I get ready to, we'll get ready for the meditation. But first, we'll burn a little sage for everybody. Clear these energies out. That's what sage can do. It's clear energies out. You do have to, it's a procedure to clear it out, but you're supposed to, when you sage everything. Yeah. Sage yourself. Take a sage bath. They say you got a monkey on your back, you can sage the monkey off. Wipe yourself down with the sage. Give your aura some, because your aura, depending on how big it is, your aura could be, into the other rooms. So give your aura some. Create it. I like giving everything in the room. My wife was like, I need to come in there and, straighten things up. Well, to me, this is the way I needed to be. We didn't take this apart. I think we're going to have to call NordiTrack, have them take it apart, because they couldn't take it apart. So that's all right. We did get my room. My room they brought a lot of art and stuff. We bought a lot of art last night. And I bought this big jar where I'm going to put a bunch of my with red granite crystal in this big jar, and my loose crystals, because I do got a lot of crystals just around. So I'm going to put them in that. So yeah. Clearing smoke to all y'all. For sure. That's thanks to the grasses. Now let's give thanks to the wood. The wood sustains us. We live inside of wood. There's no one listening that does not live inside of wood unless you're homeless and you live in a tent. So Palo Alto, we give thanks to the trees and to the wood. The wood gives us shelter, comfort. So, man, that's such a good smell. Yeah. So I shoot this energy out to y'all too. And because it is the full moon, let's see, damn. I'm going to shoot this out to everybody. What did I do with it? Let's see if I can get it to do it. Oh. Yeah, I'm shooting that Motivite energy out. Let me see the best energy, the best way to do it. There we go. So I'm shooting that Motivite consciousness out on this night. Remember, Motivite was probably on the earth and got shot up into space and came back down. So that gives it special properties. This is one of the best stones for restoring and regenerating neurons in your brain. So I'm sending this out on a galactic wave tonight. Sending that wave out of Motivite so that y'all can have a taste of that. And I ask for nothing in return. When the energy is pure and there's no negativity sent, no message sent. I don't need to come in your dreams because I don't care about your dreams. That's for sure. Who's listening tonight? Thank you for joining. I got in my nose a little bit, but who's listening tonight with the fellas? Thank you for joining. James Gann, thank you. Yeah, Celtics did beat up on the Knicks. Mac, I do. Thank you for joining. Iron 5, thank you so much for joining. Jamar 3224, thank you so much for joining. Randall not healthy. The Knicks are burnt toast. Pretty much. Joey, thank you for coming. I need a torch for that wax. I know what you mean. Because it's stuck in my big pipe up there. I don't know. I'll see if I can get it down because that wax is because I'm just fucking around trying to see. It'll smoke. I'll light that motherfucker. It will smoke. The hat is butter. Oh, yeah, indeed, man. It's just I get tired of baseball hats all the time. Let me tell you, I wasn't on last night, was I? No, I wasn't on last night. So last night I'm straight up in that white winter fur. I'm wearing that white fur, and I got the white hat to match. So I'm up in Walmart. Motherfuckers is like, oh, did he really mean to be that serious? I be coming at him. Oh, my main man Lorenzo, thank you for joining. Milwaukee beat up Wolves last night. They beat them last night, not tonight. They beat them last night. Yeah, I was watching that game in Chili's. Yeah, they got them. They did get them last night. I believe Boston or Milwaukee coming out of the East. The West is okay or Denver. Yeah, that seems OKC. They are pushing them, and the only time they made it to the finals before they lost. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how that plays out this year. Yeah, I was looking at that game last night. I was like, damn, we really should have went. We really should have went to that game last night. I was kind of upset myself because I was like, damn, I didn't even know what it was. I haven't been followed enough, to know where they playing. And we haven't been to a game yet, so I was really kind of bummed we didn't go. So yeah, that's definitely, my bad on that, not going to the game last night. And let me tell you, I'm going to see if I can catch it on the news. Again, they killed those 3 police officers up here. Well, 2 police, they shot 3, killed 2, and then killed a firefighter, EMS kind of guy. And so we were like going to leave to go pick up my mother because we was, as I said, we was going to redecorate and shit during the day. And, yeah, they had, like, I live near a mall, and they had, this is going to make a lot of sense when I break it down to you. So they had dump trucks, fire trucks. They must have had 3 or 4 parades going different directions. Because near the mall parking lot, now this is a mall, and it's a multi-level parking, and it's only stores in the front. The stores in the back kind of, like Sears ain't there no more, so that's all closed. But the rest of the mall is kind of hanging in there. But the parking lot is massive. So we go by, there's cop cars, it's jam-packed, all right? So we go over and we go into, we went to Starbucks, okay? So we turn into Starbucks, and we watch all these cars pass, all right? Now, again, this is a kind of parade and I'll try to show you. But, from an outsider looking in, we were seeing all these, and what you saw is Jeeps, which is interesting because the Jeeps are some of the cheapest cars you can get, but they ain't cheap to buy. But anyway, we see all these Jeeps with all these American flags. And there's different variations that they can show. One person was like, bring Trump back. But you know what it looked like to a melanated person? Seeing all these Jeeps in the American flag, it like racist European, racist European, racist European, racist European. Because again, a brother killed these people. And so they've got to be on edge up here. But from an outsider looking back, looking at this, it seemed more of, what do they say, white superiority. That's kind of, and I don't use that phrase, but watching the way they came together and grieving this, that's the way it looks. I mean, just the way they present themselves. It doesn't present themselves like someone grieving. It presented themselves more of European power. If you understand the way outside looking in, because no brothers and sisters really into this, So do you understand my perception of looking at it? Do you understand? It didn't seem like something I can be included with. And let me see if I can catch it on the news, because I'm pretty sure. Let's do this. Let's play a little bit of it and it'd be easy to bring it back. Okay, yeah. Let's see if I can find if they showed this, because I'm sure it made the news today, and you'll see my point. And again, no disrespect to the fallen officers, but just the organization, like is. I mean, it's you can see for yourself. Now we'll see who covered this today. Damn. Okay. Well, they're going to give us a little bit of the sauce of, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Look what Palace.
All right. This is what I'm showing you. Okay. Now, again, tell me what you see, and tell me this is solidarity for a fallen officer, or this is European supremacy. So here we go. It doesn't really matter what they say, but I'll play it.
Parking lot shows the overwhelming turnout.
Okay, this is where I basically live about a half mile this way. So if you take this street out here, this is what I had to drive by. This is never packed like this. But again, look at it. The pickup trucks back to back with the American flag. Tell me this feels like a place that we as melanated people would feel comfortable going. We're backing our truck up in there and showing our flag. And you see that flag right there. I mean, what does this represent? Does this make you feel comfortable? And again, this is supposed to be a rally for the fallen 3 people that died in the area, because it was my area. And as I said, this street right here, I don't live very far from this street that goes right there. I saw all this in action. But tell me, what feeling does this give you, y'all?
Everything from tow trucks and flatbeds to semis and Silverados. Crowds of...
Okay, when you hear the Silverado and American flag, what do you think? I mean, let's put it on the line. Like at the high school where my boys used to go, where my daughter will go one day, there's always a group of Silverados in the back with American flags. Who does that represent, America? Who does that represent? Silverados and American flags in the back. Does that make us melanated people feel comfortable? All right, I'm gonna let you watch it and tell me.
Lining the street to show their support. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Derek James. That grassroots tribute to all first responders comes as we near.
Wow. He said grassroots. Who came up with the word grassroots? Wasn't it Malcolm X that came up with grassroots? And here we have a European quoting Malcolm X when Malcolm X is talking about the people coming together. He's talking about the melanated people. He's not talking about the Europeans coming together at a grassroots. But okay, I'm sorry. Let him go. Let him go. Let's hear it.
1 week since officers Matthew Ruge and Paul Elmstrand, along with firefighter paramedic Adam Finseth, were shot and killed. The BCA says Shannon Gooden told officers he was unarmed before firing more than 100 rounds at first responders.
What was that? How many rounds did he pop off?
Firing more than 100 rounds at first responders. Before firing more than 100 rounds at first responders. more than 100 rounds at first responders. Investigators say he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's been nearly a week since the 3 first responders were killed responding to a domestic violence call. Today, a convoy hit the streets paying tribute. As our Jason Rantala shows us, the attendance surpassed expectations.
It's a big convoy. Several hundred.
All right, look at this. Does it say, melanated people, you are welcome? Just look at this.
Trucks, seemingly too many to count. Over 1,000, yeah. Took over the Burnsville Center parking.
Okay, do we feel comfortable? What does this flag right here represent? Do we feel comfortable with that flag? But let's go.
Lot Saturday, they're gathering and honoring Burnsville's fallen first responders.
It's been a really hard and heavy week, and just knew I wanted to be here.
It brought Kelly Case here from New Prague.
I think there'll be a lot of chills.
Right around noon, the convoy rolled from the mall past Burnsville PD, where the emergency vehicles honoring the fallen officers and paramedic are now well covered under bouquets and balloons.
It was so close to home that it was like, this is scary. This could happen to anyone at any point.
All right. like where did he come from before he came here? It looks like he's shit down both of his legs. Like, what was he doing before he came? Now, maybe he was skiing, the ski lodge, the ski hill ain't that far, but goddamn, bruh, you on camera and it look like shit down both your legs, but let's go.
Friends Clint, Tucker, Austin.
Clint, okay, let's go.
Austin and Brian never anticipated their idea for a convoy, which spread across one community page after another, would grow to this.
People are messaging me left and right. Can I put my car in? It's nothing fancy. I said, bring it on it.
Means a lot of people care and want to show their support to the community.
A convoy so large, Justin Napper from Montgomery is still stuck in traffic more than 2 hours after the first vehicles hit the streets.
Been sitting for about an hour now, and we've been here since 8.
From those in the convoy to those supporting from the street, being here Saturday was about paying respect for those willing to give their lives to.
All right, let me show you something. Let me see if I can catch it. Yes, that's it right there, if I can catch that.
Reporting from the street, being here.
All right, I can't really make this any bigger, but if you notice, and I've noticed since I've lived here, this is my 18th year living here, this is a federal symbol. And as we looked at possibly federalizing the local police departments, they were already prepared. I mean, I know they take this locally, but technically this is a federal symbol. And I find it very odd they're allowed to use this federal symbol. This is federal. All right? It's under Burnsville, but this is technically a federal symbol. So I've always thought this was super odd that they allowed them to do that, but let's go.
Saturday was about paying respect for those willing to give their lives to save others.
Just good to see all the support and everyone here for...
Okay, enough of them. Whoops. Okay. And so my point is, did it look like something that we would be welcomed, you know? That's all. That's all my point is. My point is, like, would you feel comfortable rolling with them with your Silverado and your American flag following behind? Because all I saw was, you saw who they interviewed. It's just all Europeans. And a melanated person shot 100 rounds at Europeans. So do you think melanated people were welcomed? Or is it like we're seeing overseas in Palestine, where army groups attack the people and then the Israelis just attack all Palestinians? It didn't matter if you was a part of Hamas. It didn't matter. If you over there, we going after you. Do you think that the feeling would have been like that here? So that's my only point. Silverados and flags don't seem like it's a friend of the melanated people. So, 100 rounds, they tried to put more holes than a basketball net. Yeah, that's how much he shot at them. They said he shot 100 rounds at them. They said he was going from window to window. So he was trained. Like, obviously, when he killed the first dude, he shot him with a rifle. Like, he killed the first dude in the house, and he had to shoot him with a rifle to penetrate the vest. I mean, I guess if, again, if you're trained and want to shoot somebody in the face, you can shoot somebody in the face and kill them. But I'm guessing he probably killed him with a rifle in the house. And I'm pretty sure he killed the other two with a rifle because he shot the one cop in the house. He shot the other cop out the house. The paramedic goes to save and start working on the cop. He kills the firefighter paramedic. And then he held him at bay by moving from position to position. He was covering the whole house with fire. He understood his fire lanes. And to put down 100 rounds at him, that's keeping him away from you for a little while. As he was changing positions, shooting at them. It's training. That ain't a regular dude. That's the dude's trained. He barricaded it and was able to shoot 100 rounds before he supposedly, and again, if you look at him killing himself, it makes you wonder, was he programmed? Because what he did was really in this state, he was going to get just life in prison. There's no electric chair in this state. And maybe, prison was too much for him. Maybe that wasn't something he could do. I don't know. But that's what I went through today, and that's my point is like, do we feel comfortable? And it's just like beyond me, something happened. Yesterday, they took a stretcher and shit, and it was 5 or 6 officers. Saw a bunch of people leave, nobody on the stretcher. Today, I see again 5 or 6 officers going over there. So I don't know what's going on back there, but it's something. So I don't know. I don't know what this story is. Hey, L. Amaroon. L. Reborn. Amaroon Khan. Welcome. I don't know about this story, but I'm going to let them tell it. I caught a little bit of it earlier, but this is new to me and ain't but a short story, so let's let them tell it.
Going to begin with some breaking news at the Ramsey County Jail. The sheriff's office was able to tell us that this started when St. Paul police were trying to transport someone to jail. And there's been a large police presence. It has cleared out, but WCCO's Alan Henry is there live with the details of what unfolded tonight, Alan.
Hey, Aaron, it's all quiet out here right now, but that wasn't the case about an hour ago. Here's what we know so far. According to the Ramsey County Sheriff, St. Paul police were bringing a suspect to the jail to be booked. He was handcuffed, but as officers were taking him out of the car, they thought they heard a gunshot. Now, SWAT was called in as precaution, and shortly after 9 o'clock tonight, about an hour into this situation, that SWAT team began moving toward the car. We could see and hear gas being deployed, and then a few minutes later, an ambulance took off with its sirens on, and about 4 St. Paul police units followed one by one. A few minutes after that, that empty police cruiser was towed away from here. Now, the sheriff says nobody was shot or injured during this incident, and it's unclear right now if a gun was recovered. We've also reached out to St. Paul police since they were transporting that suspect to the jail here. We have not yet heard back from them.
All right, I guess it was some Billy bullshit as usual. Yeah, it's up here with the Floyd restrictions and everything, it makes you, we're gonna hold our breath because 2 years since the start of the Ukraine war. Lorenzo, I saw your video on the scripted pass late in the Duke Wake Forest game. But what was your thought then wanting to ban fans from court storm because the Duke center sprained his ankle during the well, historically they've stopped them even in the ACC from storming the court before. That was put in before. They made them stop doing that. And then they stopped the restriction. That play, that player is going to have a good tournament. That player is going to have a good tournament, but he threw that ball away. Now, what happened afterwards, it's tough. Because most high school arenas hold between, and we were at Georgia Tech, 15-ish. Most college stadiums aren't very big. Most pro NBA stadiums are max 20,000. So colleges is between 10, 15 generally, unless they're sharing a place. They're not very big places, but still you have, you got 5 players trying to make it and you got 10, 7, 8,000 people rushing the court. Hard thing. And it's historically, they've banned them before from doing it, but they let it back in. So historically, this is what they do. I'm sorry the player got hurt and couldn't get out the way, because it is a free for all trying to get out the way. If you've ever watched that before. Yeah, I think it's no way to get away from it. It's, a school upsets a school. And the same thing in football. I mean, you see the same thing happen in football. If a school upsets a school, they rush to court. That's just kind of how they do it. So, yeah, so I don't know what we could do about that. I really don't. But yeah, I watched that game too. I watched that game and they had him. And at the end, they played good defense and then he threw the ball away. I was like, man, get out of here with that. Cameron, Cameron is not big at all. I mean, when they upgraded it, that place, I don't think that place holds 10,000. I've been in that place before. That place doesn't hold very many people. Not at all. That place holds about maybe, because he had a chance to make it bigger, and Krzyzewski was like, "No, we just gonna," because that's what they want. They want the intimacy, and I mean, it is one of the few places where the fans are right on top of you. It's a very intimate place. It's not big at all. Comparatively, everywhere else they play, Carolina's, new big arena. Wake Forest is a big arena. The Greensboro Coliseum, when they do play there, and they usually get a regional, it's a big arena. That's where the Carolina Cougars of the ABA used to play. They came in pretty successful. They had a nice arena to play in. And that place is still there and still successful. They just redid it. So, yeah, Cameron's not very big at all. Not very big. It gets loud in that place too. And the energy is so cool. It is so cool. And they use that as their advantage. They really use that as their advantage. They used to and then they would be cheating. They would be cheating. So, but that was the beautiful thing about, me going through college when I did. I got to see a lot of great, great players in their college primes. I mean, I watched Worthy in his prime. I saw Lynn Bias in his prime live. Perkins live, again, ACC guys. Sam, Perkins. Buck Williams. Definitely, I saw Michael Jordan play so many times. I got to see Michael Jordan play so many times in college. And if I wasn't there live, he was on TV. All the Carolina games was on TV. So I saw him play so much in college, all of his years, so... And shoot, I saw more Chicago Bulls games live than I did Pistons games. And I had a friend that was cool with Sam, and I met Sam. Hell, I knew Jay. Jay was only 2 years in front of me, and I think Sam was 3 years behind me. And so when Jay Vincent was playing in there, we used to get tickets for free, So I always knew somebody that knew somebody, So... And I've been going to Chicago Stadium since I was the Black Expo since the 70s. So I'm very familiar with old Chicago Stadium. That's the first time I saw Michael Jackson was in the old Chicago Stadium. And I've been in the new one, but the old one, that was, I knew that place very well. So it was funny to see it watching basketball games, because that place had got kind of... As I was saying, the other night, when Connie Hawkins went from the ABA to NBA, a lot of them stadiums wasn't that much greater. It was like some of them stadiums, NBA stadiums, was old-ass stadiums. Old Boston Garden was old, where Larry Bird, he peaked. That was an old place that, it was old. And that helped them because the place was so old. And so that helped the visiting teams, if you dig. So, yeah. But I hope everybody's smooth. I hope, your weekend was good. I should have brought this thing up here to show you what I'm going to do with all my pink granite. Because I got to do something with all these crystals. I got to concentrate them somewhere. And it's just, they're all everywhere. So I want to concentrate them a little better because they're everywhere. And I brought a lot of them from downstairs. Oh, golly. What? Let me see if I can look this motherfucker up for y'all. Let's see. What is it? Where is that motherfucker? Is that it? Let's see. What is it called? Is this it? No, it ain't even. It's called something else. Because I done bought me one of them new QLED TVs. It ain't this one, though. Which one is it? It's called QLED Nexus, maybe? Let me see here. Samsung Quantum HDR. Is this that motherfucker? Quantum. No, this shit is called Nexus or some shit. I'm trying to find this motherfucker. 50, because I think it's 65 inch, but it's Nexus. Samsung QLED Nexus, I think it's just called. It ain't none of these. It is none of these. Which one is it? So I'm getting that motherfucker. So we getting our couch on Wednesday, and then I paid way more than this. That's what the problem. They got these cheap ones on here. Let's see. Nah, this ain't it. This definitely ain't it. That's why it's just a difference. Like, it's a difference in TVs. Like, I'm going to tell you a story. And this wasn't that long ago. This was maybe 15, the winter of 15, maybe. And, like, I knew some people that, here it is. Samsung Neo. That's what we got. Yeah, Samsung Neo. Yeah, you can get it 8K or 4K. Yeah, Samsung Neo. I got a Samsung Neo. But anyway, and these people went out and got a 50-inch TV. So Michigan State is in the national championship. It tells you how long ago this is. And I bought everybody Michigan State T-shirts, and we was going to watch it. They was playing cards and shit. I was watching it on their brand new 50-inch TV. Let me tell you. And this shows motherfuckers was just buying it for the size and didn't realize what they got. They didn't even get HD TV. They bought a 50-inch TV, and this tells you, getting that Black Friday shit, if you don't know what you're doing. They got a non-HD TV, and this had to be 15, where you had HD TVs at least, and it just shows you. But yeah, we got this shit right here. It's Samsung. Yeah, these ultimate 8K and 4K combined, unrivaled technology, stunning design. So it's let's see, best Samsung. So Samsung Neo. And man, we looking at that motherfucker, man. So they're coming to put that motherfucker up this week. Yeah, it ain't none of these. But yeah, Samsung Neo QLED. So the reds is gonna be reds, and the blacks is the difference. And like you could see, go look when you get a TV. Look, we're looking at this Neo TV, and we're looking at the regular 4K. The regular 4K showed a picture, and it was supposed to be red. The Neo TV showed red. This other TV, it was like washed out. So there's a difference. Then QLED, OLED, it's a difference. But I mean, whatever your bread can afford, but it's a difference. It's a difference in them. It's a difference in them. And those of you that like to see your games, get you a Samsung Neo. Here we go. Is this it? Yeah, this is the motherfucker we got right here. Yeah, this motherfucker right here. We got it. This motherfucker right here. This is what I got. I got a 65-inch. I ain't get the 85-inch. I got the 65-inch QLED, Neo, 4K, yeah, Quantum, yeah, I got all this shit. Dolby Atmos, Optimum tracking, yeah, I got this, but I got it in 65-inch Neo. So, yeah, I'm gonna have fun with the games. Gonna have fun with the games, y'all. Oh, I got all this shit open. Let me shut this shit down. So that's some shit we've been doing, and we redid our bedroom today. And those you baseball, we know the pitchers and catchers came out last week. Next week, I think the rest of the team comes out. Let's see. I am enjoying this spring like home. Let me tell you. Let me show you. You know how I do. Let me show y'all. It was nice today. Like, it was cold last night. That's why I knew when I wore my winter coat, I knew it wasn't gonna be too many days that I was gonna get to wear it. So I wore it last night. I wore my winter coat last night. And it's funny when you get a fur, and the fur is new. The fur, you like it like no matter what fur you get at first when you wear it. And your body reacts to this fur too, but it's like it's a lot of loose fur at first until you wear it, and then after you wear it a while, the fur's not as loose. It's not floating around because you're looking at the car and shit. But it's like, here I am, and I'm in Target, and I'm just furred up, just way overdressed. But you know how the pimping is, and I look at it more on style. So like today. It was 44, but look at later today. 43. Now, where is they talking about snow? Monday, it's going to be 63 degrees. 46. Okay, I might be able to wear a fur coat on Wednesday again. But look at this. 49, 56, 56. So they say it might snow or rain tonight. Okay. But look, going into March. Next Sunday, it's going to be damn near 70 degrees. I'm definitely playing pickleball outside somewhere. It's going to be damn near 70 degrees on the 3rd. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be in fucking Iowa. Well, I think I'm coming back, though. I'm going to Iowa next week. But look at this, 59, 44, So maybe, what are they talking about? 9 p.m. tomorrow night, we might get a little snow. So, we loving it, too. Everywhere is this El Nino. We loving the El Nino, y'all. We ain't mad at El Nino at all. El Nino can be El Sino. So where do we start? Where's the money at? Oh, I made some more money today. Yeah, that's why they highlight this shit. It's like, hey, okay, I made a little money today. But let's see, who did the beast want today? See, we read about him. I don't know about this chick. Did we do this chick? Yeah, we did her. We definitely did her. So this is nobody to do. We did her already. Maybe the beast didn't want anybody. Oh, I guess it is somebody. Ira. Okay, I guess. It's funny how everybody, they don't tell the world when you die. Ira von Frusenberg. Man, she's pretty young here. Socialite princess of the jet set age dies. She's my mother's age. Princess, a dull-eyed, vibrant, who first dazzled paparazzi as a teen bride. Yeah, she looking pretty young because he's easily in his 30s here. As a teen bride of a playboy prince who became an epitome of jet-setter glamour, intrigue as a model in Paris, a movie temptress, and by a globe-trotting socialite who mingled with royalty. A funeral took place February 23rd in Rome, her birthplace. No cause of death, though. Was asked to recall the best advice she ever said. She was said, learn how to say no. All defined lie, blah, blah, blah. She was a cinema, spy spoof, matchless, spaghetti western, Deaf and Smith. So she was a nobody. She was really a nobody, but she tasted a little bit of the beast drink, and so the beast took her today. But she was a nobody. She was a nobody, it appeared. But they put her on here for some reason. Oh, that's right. I didn't watch the pre-races because the race will be tomorrow. And the Daytona 500, I talked about that before. That's some bullshit. It's like you crash everybody with 2 laps to go. That is some bullshit if there's ever some bullshit.
And that's what they do every time. The announcer's telling you they're about to crash. They're about to crash. All right, the money's calling. What did the money do today? Oh, shit. Yeah, I like this. Look at this. When we was here the other night, when I came on Friday morning, it was at 28. Look at this, plus 15. Again, your gold, think about it. When most of you bought gold, depending how well you're doing or whatever, you weren't buying the gold at this price. You should have bought gold way lower than this. So your gold is worth more. You understand? So your gold, and look at this, took another jump up. And if you follow it, still not the peak of what we saw in December 27th or that we saw December 1st. You see? But we saw the valley of it go down to 217, 216, but here we go up again here. Then it went down to 204. And then we see the rise back up to the current price. So you dig? You got to pay attention on this stuff, y'all. Man, Ford. Yeah, I've been hanging in there. I bought in at $5 a share back in 18, 19, maybe before. I bought $5 a share. And you see it's, I ain't made a lot of money, but a little bit. A little bit. And then Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is down. No, maybe not. What's the peak here? Yeah, 51. So 52. So, Bitcoin made an $800 jump in 24 hours. So in 24 hours, if you'd have stayed in here, you'd have made $800. See that? 24 hours, you'd have gained $800. So if you had a whole share, so Ethereum, again, we was looking at 28, 27. So you could have got in at 28 on Ethereum. And now it's over 3. So you got to pay attention to this, y'all. You got to pay attention to this, especially if you have a 401k. Look at the Roths. If you're under 40, look at Roths. So designer, let me see, James Gant. What's happening, James? What did you say? A designer, Christensen died, 74. Okay. 60 years today, Ali beat Liston. Ali beat Liston. It was 60 years today. Well, wow. I was winning with my lifetime. So when Ali beat Liston, I was 3 years old. Right? 64? 60 years would be 64? Yeah, I was only 3. Damn, I thought I was a bit older. Learn more. Wow. Let's check it out, what they say about Ali and Liston. On this day in history, Ali knocked out Sonny Liston. Well, Sonny Liston quit on his thing. Wow, yeah, I was only 3 years old when he first beat him. Wow, he was that famous. Because I didn't know about Ali. I don't remember him until I was in 3rd grade. 22-year-old achieved the unthinkable by dethroning Sonny Liston. On this day in history, only 8,000 fans saw him to watch the matchup. Liston was 8-1 favorite. Wow. They big rep of pummeling Floyd Patterson. He didn't have a lot of fights and they didn't go a lot of rounds. Look at this. Ali. Look at Ali. Hands down. He's in his classic stance. He's kind of, already pulling back here. But he's doing everything that no one had ever done before. And this, the sad thing about it is Sonny Liston was one of the best fighters ever. His timing of, no matter what you want to think about Ali, his skill set was unmatched before he got banned. Before Ali got banned, his skill set, and that's what when people don't think Ali is the best fighter ever, you're talking about a cat 6'3", jab. Now, Sonny's jab was probably better, but Ali, the way he used it, but his total skill set was the best that there ever was. We've had people close, but no one had the skill set. And so many people use what he does, pulling your head back. I was taught, don't pull your head back. He could naturally just pull away from somebody. Matter of fact, he could pull away and punch you hard. Back up, and while he's backing up, he's punching you hard. That's how he knocked Sonny down, the big cat. His skill set was unmatched. So, cowboy. Okay, I saw a video clip this week that Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain had a shoving match after one of their. Wow. Okay, I'm not surprised. I mean, they were friends, but they went at it. So let's see. Look at this picture of Ali here. Look at this shit. Look how sweet. Hands down. His hands is up. He's already pulled away. He's already away from him. And that right hand is, if you don't bring it, look here. He done punched his ass. And look, his eye is swole here. Caught him. And this is, don't forget this fight. Liston put some shit on his gloves to burn Ali's eyes. And this is when Liston doesn't come off the, he sees it first. Liston's not coming up. And so when he realizes that he was given the world. So. But yeah, Ali's skill set is unmatched. So many people took from, what he had, which, Larry Holmes. Okay, so who else did you say? Cowboy. Oh, yeah, Golden Richardson. Yeah, Golden Richardson. I saw that. Golden Richardson died. Yup. Yep, Golden Richardson died. I caught that the other day. And I remember Golden. My boy Daryl Duncan used to always like Golden. And Golden Richardson, he was a forward Cowboy. He caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl, and he was only 73, so he died young. Whose NFL career had a touchdown reception in the Super Bowl. He did win the Super Bowl. He had a heart attack. Okay. He died of a heart attack. My uncle this morning, okay. He was a second-round pick. Where did he go to college? He was brought in to replace Bob Hayes. Grew up idolizing Hayes, didn't disappoint when he was that fast. Richard was like big play threat. He averaged 18 yards per catch in his 6 years with the Cowboy. Richardson's Super Bowl catch against the Broncos. I imagine that's what this is. Oh, yeah, this is Robert Newsome's threw him the touchdown. That was his big hurrah right there. And it was the first touchdown thrown by a non-quarterback. Later, he played for, so everyone assumes I'm almost memorable, but it wasn't. It was every time it was 3rd and 6, I caught an 8-yard out to keep the drive going. He was traded to the Bears. Yeah, he spent 2 seasons before signing with the Broncos. He retired after sustaining a season injury. Pro football includes several health-related issues. Now, he is diagnosed with Parkinson's since 11. Oh, wow. He had hip issues, despite Richardson fought pretty well. So, I mean, this is, the physical problems that, I mean, you don't play and you get away from them because they follow you. But yeah, Golden Richardson died. And I caught that. He died a few days ago. I didn't know that Wilt and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had beef with each other. Well, I think really, as this is what you would say. Wilt was a conservative, dig, but Wilt was like, okay, I did a story the other day where Shaq gave that young boy that wore size 23, Shaq gave him 22, 23, 23 pair of shoes. Shaq gave him a lot of shoes. Do you know how old Kareem was, who was Lou Alcindor when he met Wilt? He met Wilt when he was in junior high. Who do you think? Okay, so Wilt was 7 foot and Kareem was 7 foot, and his daddy was a police officer. Did his mama teach or was she at home? Who do you think they got clothes from? Do you think it's possible that Wilt Chamberlain knew a phenomenon like himself, was out there in New York? Wilt lived in New York, met this young man, met his parents, and you don't think Wilt bought that young man clothes? Wilt bought that young man clothes. There's a picture of Wilt and Kareem together, and Wilt bought him the suit that Kareem's wearing when they're together. And Kareem kind of shit on him. Now, Wilt and Bill Russell it was a competitive thing. Wilt tried to psych, Bill Russell would try to psych Wilt out by going to dinner and then playing at him hard. But Wilt and Wilt understood with Bill. It was a competitive thing. It hurt Wilt when Bill Russell talked shit about him not dominating. Hurt Willis Reed. Because some people try to say, that when they lost to the Knicks and Willis Reed being hurt, he didn't want to seem like the bad guy to foul hard Willis Reed. That game was fixed for New York to win. So it didn't matter how Wilt played. And, Bill Russell said some bullshit. Wilt took it personal. But Kareem hurt more because it wasn't really like Kareem. The only real serious game, I think they did Kareem's rookie year, they played first division of playoffs, and that's where Wilt blocked his sky hook. The other dude who blocked his sky hook was Willoughby. Willoughby came out of high school, went to Atlanta, if y'all remember him. But Kareem, they broke the 30, now I think it's 33. It used to be 32 games in a row. Now I think it's 33. And I think Kareem and them ended that. Kareem and Oscar ended that. But it's like, this is what you would call it back then. Kareem became woke and became a Muslim, and he ain't have a lot of nice things to say about a person that was good to him. And just because philosophy was different, it had nothing to do with their personal relationship. It was philosophies became different with each other. And you could pretty much say Kareem became woke. It's like Kareem talked shit about Ali. Ali called himself still a black Muslim at one point, and Kareem was like, I don't even know what he believes. Which, as from a Sunni Muslim, I understand. But he didn't have to throw shade at him like that. So, yeah. And now Kareem is kissing every ass he can. Fucked his money up. Fucked his marriage up. And now he is kissing every ass he can to get any attention he can. So, yeah, fuck Kareem. I ain't really a Kareem. I'm a Kareem fan, and it's his greatness. Like the, some young brothers did a show the other day, and I was saying, they was not understanding that a hook shot at one point was used everywhere. It was dudes that could consistently hit wing hook shots from what would be considered the 3-point play. It was dudes that shot like that when the hook shot before the jump shot was come in. And it was a shot that could be shot from anywhere. I saw Big Bob Lanier take somebody baseline. Shit, stepped away, hit him with the hook. Shit, he went baseline, got his shoulder in front of dude, and hooked him from the baseline. Man, it wasn't just Kareem. What I read was that Kareem beef with Wilt was because he became a Republican, endorsed Nixon. Yeah, I mean he endorsed Nixon before Kennedy. When Nixon went against Kennedy, Wilt, people don't understand that. Wilt was with Nixon back then. Wilt was a conservative back then. So, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Kareem became woke, as they call it today. Which shouldn't be called woke, because woke used to mean you woke up from the darkness. Now it means a liberal, basically. But yeah, I dig it, Lorenzo. I dig it. I dig what you're saying. And now you said, what did he say? Someone named, what did it say? What did it say? Christian. Let's see. Maybe I can. What is that? CH. Where is it at? Where is it at? Let's see who this motherfucker. CHRI. RIS. TIAN. I can barely see this shit. Let me see what's coming up. And it says, what was it? Designer. Okay.
What am I missing? Son. S-O-N. Let's put that on there. Let's see. Oh, I don't think this is who you're talking about. You said he. This is a woman, so this ain't it. This ain't it. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, any of y'all watch Oppenheimer for the first time? I was watching that shit last night, boy. There's a interesting scene. I don't know if I said it when I watched it back then, but he said his brother told him that they'll use you till they don't. They need you until they don't. And that's kind of how they shitted on him. They didn't really care when he was helping them, but then after they didn't need him anymore, they kind of turned their back on him. But he was very naive too, you know. The Red Scare. Damn. When is this? Y'all hear about this shit? God damn. Look at this shit here. Wow. 8 killed in California head-on crash. 7 farmers in a van. 1 driver in a pickup. He demolished that pickup. Damn, how fast was he going? Look at the pickup. It destroyed whatever that is, involving a van. Look at the van, how the van got destroyed by this pickup. Where 8 people were killed and checked in California, 23rd. Some of those killed were farmers traveling in the van. The other person killed was a person in the pickup truck. So they all died. He died. Wow, what caused the accident? 2-car crash, and there were 9 men involved. The driver of the black pickup truck crashed into a GMC van. People after swerving in and out of the 2-lane highway, about 25 miles north, police said. 1 passenger seated in the rear of the van survived the crash and was taken to the hospital. Wow. 2 people in the van were wearing seatbelts. They had been wearing their seatbelts. The real passenger would probably survive. Wow. The wife of the farmer witnessed the tragedy. The wife of the farmer, another van following closely behind, says she witnessed the crash. They're not telling you shit what happened, but god damn, look at that. Look at that. As I said, I've got credits in 2 accident investigation classes, and I really should have taken it further and got a degree in it. Because I think I only needed 2 more classes at the time when I took my accident investigation classes. I think it was only 2 more classes to get certified, so I should have taken it. But look at this shit here. Wow. Wow. 9 people got killed. Things are tough all over. Hey, Jesus Save, thank you for joining. Oh, well. Oh, well. Damn, that is rough. What do you say? Let's make it smooth. Rough. That is a rough story. I don't know if y'all check these out. Let's see. You know, his shoes are really, artistically, these look nice. I wonder how much tech is in this because of this bottom, but you have to say that artistically, he likes the Air Force One look. And so he got him to design. I wonder in here how
because it just looks like it's just air, but I wonder how comfortable they would be to really play in without getting inserts. But the look of the shoe, he likes this Air Force One design. He wanted it in a modern shoe. Again, how much tech can you put in this? But I like them. I must say I like them. But thank you for coming in, and thank you for the kind words. Jesus saves. And then this story here talks about why Grant Hill didn't go with Nike. And I'm going to say this. We saw Alonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is probably suffering now from the same injuries he got from wearing them bullshit shoes. Marbury, again, tried to wear bullshit shoes, suffered from wearing bullshit shoes. And this next person, as I said, Grant Hill had everybody wearing Fila's, but you could tell that Fila, and he being probably naive, he didn't probably have inserts put in him. He was wearing an unproven shoe. And just to be different from Nike, and I'll say this, when Grant Hill, I've told the story many times, when Grant Hill was at his peak, wasn't nobody in Detroit wearing Nikes. Like no one. There was boots, there was Fila's, there was jeans, and what you saw mostly was the shoes and niggas wearing the coats. But there was Fila jeans. I had a few pair of Fila jeans, but I had 4 or 5 coats. And I mean, the Fila coats was sweet. That big F in the middle, like I had one pullover, it was all just blue, had the red F in the middle. I had like 5 Fila coats. And when Grant Hill was doing his thing, Fila, it was nobody. You go to Detroit, you go to the game, ain't no Detroit people wearing Nike. It was like all Fila. But again, I think Fila let him down. They didn't make a good product. And just as Lonzo Ball, why he turned down Nike. We want to know, why did you turn down Nike? One of the most popular, blah, blah, blah. He chose to go a different route. He signed a deal with Italian brand. At the time, was more known for his tennis shoes. It paid off performance, popularity. It did help the brand. Their appearance, he talks about a chance with Fila. I was like, Nike all the way. I went to Beavertown, met, did the whole thing before the draft. And I remember sitting with Phil Knight. He was like, this version, but he was talking about the Far East and talking about going over to China and other countries, expanding, growing the game. He wanted to have me at the Great Wall via satellite for the draft. So my people were like, that's a great deal. I want that moment with Stern. I want to be there, Grant added. He strongly considered Nike, but despite not liking King, said he strongly considered signing with the brand. However, they continued their negotiations, felt that they were lowballing him. He also got an invitation from Fila, whose headquarters were in Maryland. His dad went to University of Maryland, no exception, whatever, with no expectations, just wanted to listen to their pitch. Fila was kind of like aspirational in the 80s. It looked at it a bit. It wasn't looked at as performance brand from basketball. They had a couple sheets of paper in the conference room and turned that second page, and the money was like, I can wear some Fila, he added. And these is the ugly mother. I mean, these were trash. They did not do their due diligence to make a good product. It's probably why he had the foot issues. And I've never owned a pair of the shoes. I always thought the shoes were trash. And he had his foot issues were wearing these subpar shoes. I mean, there's no way you can't look at this. This was subpar in every way. Not a good shoe. He was the 4th rookie to have his signature shoe. He was the 4th rookie to have a signature shoe and one of only 9 freshmen ever to be given privilege. Surprisingly, his shoes sold more than 1.5 pair, making this the most successful rookie signature shoe since Michael Jordan's. I told you, everybody in Detroit loved these motherfuckers. And after he won, he should have been rookie of the year. He shared it with Jason Kidd. The market doubled. The following year, released the 2. It outdid the predecessor, selling more than earning a year later. Fila surpassed Adidas and Reebok again when he was at his peak. Hill signed a massive $80 million extension for 7 years. Then after Hill introduction, he reconnected with Fila and signed a lifetime deal. But these shoes were trash. The clothing was nice, but the shoes was trash. And they probably Hey, Royal Bell, thank you for joining. And they probably went to the demise of his feet. I sprained my ankle in his shoes. Yeah. Henry Rono. What's that, James? Oh, Henry Rono died? But yeah, those shoes were trash. And he should have did a little more. Wow. Says Wyoming swim team members killed in crash. We are so heartsick. Damn. Wow. Now a lot happening tonight. Claude, what do you got? Henry Rano. Okay. Let's check it out. Who is that? Oh, he's a runner. I think did we do him? Is this is somebody new or is this okay, so this guy passed. I don't think this is the one Olympic marathon guy. Yeah. So Henry Rano just passed. Oh, he died the 15th. Is this the dude? Did he want to get hit? Is this the guy that got hit? Oh, so this is the older guy. It says down here, let me see where I'm at. After turning 55 in 07, he reported that Rano would attempt to break the world masters record for the 55 to 59 age group. Okay. His personal records was 1 mile. He did it under 4 minutes, 3,000 meters. NCAA championship. He got first. Oh, this guy's quite a bit older than me. Okay. So no Olympics? No Olympic? No, it doesn't look like he did anything in the Olympics. Just NCAA stuff. Yeah, it doesn't look like he made the Olympics. Okay, this is a cat quite a bit. Oh yeah, he's almost 9 years older than me. Okay, wasn't hip to him. And he just was college. Claude Montana. I never heard of that person. Let's see. Oh, right here. Okay. Okay, so this is I wasn't hip to this shit. So I guess this cat died? That Montana? He is a perfume, I guess. Claude Montana perfume. So this is his perfume line. This is who looks like this cat. Oh, this is him. So it looks like he passed. Yeah, he looked like he'd been sick for a while. So he designed clothes and perfume. And he's always okay. Damn. Oh, they called him Sir right here. All right. Well, you can tell he drank from the beast's juice. You can tell he drank from the beast cup. Let's go. Henry Rono.
Okay, I did him. Who we got? Looks like Pagan Pride. That's a good point. Roger Gilliman. Okay, let's check that out. See what that is. What's that? G. I think it's this cat right here. No? Let's see. Gilliman, is that? Might be this cat. All right. No, he died a long time ago, so it ain't him. Can't be him. It's got to be somebody else. Huh. No, this is somebody else. I know you ain't talking about, what was his name? Benson. Yeah. How would you spell that shit? Charlie Sindig. Gilliman? Huh. I'm not finding him. Yeah, this guy, the name they're giving. Okay, let's see. I'm getting a different cat. Let's see. Nah, this ain't him. That's not Benson. Benson died a while ago. Yeah, I can't find him. What's the other cat you said? Charles Stendog? What is it? Stendig? What'd you put? STEN. What is it? Roger was a Nobel Peace Prize. Okay. Stendig. G. Okay, I found him. Look at this picture of this motherfucker. 99, introduced to fanciful future from a... So he's known for creating this uncomfortable shit here. Contemporary European furniture. Okay. Oh, the Dr. Evil kind of furniture. Or this is Goldfinger. This is probably in Goldfinger or some shit. Like Plastic Spear, The Prisoner. Okay, British television series, The Prisoner. Pursue factories, resumed making the 20, became he stopped producing. He wanted to port those as well. The catch was that he had to guarantee the production cost for a year. But designer, profiled, antiques, modern furniture. The risk was worth it for a time. The cane chairs, now advertised modern design, seem ubiquitous to American households. So he made his money pushing them. Okay. All right. He was nobody interesting. Oh, Roger was a Nobel Prize winner. Okay. I see. So the beast wanted him. How long have I been on? Okay, not too long. This soccer style, I did this dude. This motherfucker got convicted of doing cocaine in some country. This nigga lives in Russia. He's been convicted of 2 things of importing cocaine, but he's free in Russia, this nigga here. So right on for him. Fuck him. Definitely fuck him. If you convict me in one country and I'm somewhere else, fuck you. Right on for that, brother. Right on for him to be away from him. I say right on. Oh, I saw it was about to give me something. Let me see. I wanted that. I wanted to see that. Let's look at it. Ooh, I don't have those. What is this? What does it say? Most expensive colorways of all time? 37s? I got 37s. This is what I play pickleball in. I play pickleball in them. Right there. Assortment there for 37s, and these are sneakers that become famous due to the extraordinary technology and colorways, taking the Jason Tatums. I got them. I have the Jason Tatums. Released in 22. Yeah, I have these, the Jason Tatums. These are ugly. I didn't want these. But you can get these shoes super cheap. Super cheap. Yeah, these are ugly too. These are ugly. Didn't see these. Haven't seen these anywhere. Naruto. No, I didn't really like these either. These are the low tops. The low tops suck. These low tops suck. I wouldn't buy those. Those suck. Oh, it's just the only ones? So you're saying that. Okay. Yeah, so I got this pair. This is what I play pickleball in them. I don't mind those. Okay, those are Naruto's. Okay, 37s wasn't bad. I like them. I like the 38s too. I'm going to play pickleball in the 38s too. This weather, the weather up here being more nice to us, because a snowstorm and a blizzard ain't no fun to drive in. But it's a good day. We went to what's it called? Cracker Barrel. I love their country fried steak, green beans. They have a cheesy casserole. I can drink, unsweetened tea. The women, it's funny, when I go out with my wife and her family, they are notorious for sending food back. My mother takes a couple bites and she's like, yeah, this shit is whack. And then my wife says the same thing. So they had to get food re-bringing. They let you, if you want that food. My mom's like, no, the shit's dry. They're like, this chicken's overcooked. I have never seen people take food back like them women. But they to them, and I guess it's no big deal. Fuck this food. I'd be scared they want to fuck with your food, though. Put some shit in your food. I'd be like, not to say, if the shit's nasty, the shit's nasty, but I haven't really got a lot of food that was nasty. So they amaze me. The people, you don't like it. I remember my brother-in-law, we went somewhere. He's at Pizza Lucci. And he ordered some shit, and he's like, yeah, I don't like this shit. And they brought him something else. But to me, it seems like if you go to a place and you don't like it, why would you, I guess you will like something else, I guess. But I don't trust that. There's too many easy ways for them to fuck with the food. Be like, yeah, I don't want this food. All right, I gotta pee, so I'm gonna play. Let's see here. You guys stink. I had it all queued up. Some bullshit. It is some bullshit. I had it all queued up. Damn. That means I gotta find it again. I'm sorry, y'all. Gotta find it again because I do want to give some high vibrations out. Let's see. 2 weeks ago. And I can stand up and been sitting for an hour and a half. Let's see. Where is it at? Because I was just looking at it. Gotta be in here, right in here. Long night. Yes, right here. All right. I'm gonna start it right here. And again, this is this is the one divineness. And those of you that want to get into the meditation part, you are welcome to. Those of you that don't, well, then you don't. But I'm doing this for those of you that want to get into the meditations. This is one divineness. This is 3 or 4 years ago. But I'm going to let her bring it in. And if you want to participate, then participate. If you don't, then that's okay. I'm going to stretch my legs and let you listen to some of my old work. And
open, be relaxed, listen to my voice, follow my voice, and we should have a good meditation. All right, let's go ahead and close our eyes. Palms up. We do the palms up to receive. And we're going to start with some breath work. So as you breathe in, you're going to breathe in through your nose, and I want you to breathe down to your belly. When you breathe down to your belly, I want you to expand that belly. As you're breathing in, I want you to focus on breathing in love and light. Then I'm going to have you hold the breath. And then after we hold the breath, we're going to do an exhale. You're going to exhale from the belly out through the mouth. I'm going to give you some numbers. We're going to count this. So as I'm asking you to exhale, I want you to breathe out anything that's heavy, anything that you're carrying, anything that is keeping you from your dream come true, from your wishes, your desires in your life, and give it to the Creator, to Source, to God. When we do the breath work, just relax, just be calm. No worries, no stress. Do the best that you can. Don't worry about the counting if you can't make it to the full counts. It's okay. Do you. Okay, let's start with the first breath. Breathing in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now exhale from the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Push it all out. Let it all go out. Next breath. Breathing in through the nose. Love and light down to the belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale from the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, pushing it all out. Good. And last breath. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale from the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Releasing it all, letting it all go. Now we're going to just do a scan of the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top of the head and we're going to move all the way down to our feet. I just want you to go through the body and release any tension, any stress, any tightness you may be feeling, any stuck energies. You're going to imagine it going down a drain, or you can just give it to Mother Earth. Mother Earth will recycle that energy. So don't feel bad that you're giving it to her, just release it to her. Or like I said, just imagine it going down a drain, like you're standing in the shower and you're just washing it off. So let's start at the top of the head, releasing anything that is tight, just letting it go. Let's move to our forehead, any tightness in the brows, your eyes, letting go of any stress, moving down to your ears, your cheeks, your nose, your mouth, your jaw, chin, releasing any tightness in the shoulders, going down your arms, into your elbows, your lower arms, your wrists, your hands, your fingertips, letting go of any stress, any tension, any tightness in your upper back, your chest, lower back, your stomach, releasing any tension in your hips, lower legs, moving into the thighs, the knees, lower legs, your ankles, your feet, your toes, just letting it wash away, just releasing it, giving it to Mother Earth. Now I'd like you to take an inventory if anything still feels tight, going back and giving that area some love and allowing it to release. Let's start now by bringing your awareness within. I want you to start focusing on bringing that awareness from your mind down to your heart space. Start pulling that awareness into your heart space. As you keep a light focus between your brows, not looking for anything, not stressing about it, just a light focus as you pull that awareness into your heart space. And gently pulling it down. As you do so, I want you to listen to the sounds in the room that you're sitting in. Maybe the fan is blowing or the heat is blowing. Just allowing those sounds and not attaching to them. You may hear family members or pets in the background. Just allowing as you keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. You might hear some cars driving by. Just allowing those sounds to occur as you keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. Or just being. Nothing needs to be done in this moment. Thoughts may be rising in your mind of what needs to be done after this meditation or what needs to be done tomorrow. We're not going to attach to those thoughts. We're just going to let that energy pass as you're just being. As you keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. Not worried about the bills, the chores that need to be done. Not worried about the workday for tomorrow or for the rest of the week. Just going to let those thoughts pass as you keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. Letting go of any irritations you may have had today with things not going your way. And just allowing it to pass. As you sit in meditation, you may feel some numbness or tingling. That too shall pass, not attaching to it, or just being. Keep pulling that awareness into your heart space. If thoughts continue to rise, just gently pull yourself back into the heart space. Gently bring your awareness in. Now, being in the heart space, I want you to imagine a green lotus flower opening up. If you don't know what a lotus flower is, it's okay. Just imagine a flower opening up. This is where our love resides, in the heart space. I want you to move your awareness within the heart space, within that lotus flower. And I want you to feel that energy as it expands and moves in all directions. I want you to embrace yourself in that love, that unconditional love. and send out that same love to all beings. Now let's move our awareness down to our solar plexus. Your solar plexus is located about 6 inches above your belly button. As you move your awareness down there, I want you to imagine a yellow lotus flower opening up and bringing your awareness into the center of that lotus flower. This is where our will resides, our inner strength, our goals. Just move yourself into that energy and feel that energy. Remember, we're not doing anything, we're just being. Allow yourself to be guided. Now bring your awareness down to your sacral. The sacral is located between the hips, below the belly button, where our sexual organs are. I want you to imagine an orange lotus flower opening up. This is where our passion and creativity sits. Bring your awareness into the center of the lotus flower. Allowing that lotus flower to expand in all directions. This is where our self-care and self-love, doing the things that bring us joy, allowing yourself to feel that energy. Now bring your awareness down to your root chakra. This is at the base of your spine. Imagine a red lotus flower opening up. This is where our survival sits. Bring your awareness into the center of the lotus flower. As the lotus flower expands in all directions, feel the connection to Mother Earth. Feel the connection to knowing that all of your needs are being met and will continue to be met. Now, as we go in and ground ourselves to Mother Earth, I want you to feel yourself rooting into Mother Earth as I guide you down into the center. Just rooting yourself, letting yourself go, anchoring yourself into her energy. Bringing your energy down into both of your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Bringing that energy down into the ground, into the rocks and dirt, going down the multiple layers of the earth, going down to Gaia, to Mother Earth, connecting with her consciousness, becoming one with her unconditional love. Feel yourself becoming one with her. We thank you, Gaia, for the blessings and graces that you give us. We thank you for all that you do for us on a daily basis. We thank the animals, the plants, the birds, the air, the wind, the water, and the fire for their part in our human experience and soul's evolution. Being filled with gratitude and love, now bringing that energy forth, bringing Mother Earth's energy as she gives it to us freely, bringing it up through the multiple layers of the earth, bringing that energy back up past the rocks and dirt, back up into the ground, into your feet, your ankles, lower legs, knees, thighs, root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, heart. Now move your energies up to the throat chakra. I'd like you to imagine a blue lotus flower opening up. This is where our truth resides, our communications with others. Feel that lotus flower opening up and expanding in all directions as you bring your awareness within. Feeling the energies as we speak our truth, and we speak the truth with loving ways and loving words. Now bring your awareness up to your third eye. This is between the brows. You're going to imagine a purple lotus flower opening up. As you do so, bringing your awareness into the center as it expands in all directions. This is where our intuition or our connection to a higher self resides. Feeling those energies of being guided, of the knowings, of the nudges, of the visions, of the hearing, whispers in our ears of what we should be doing to continue to be on that path. What is for our highest and greatest good, and for those who are around us and surround us. Allowing that energy to expand. Now bring your awareness up to the crown chakra. The crown chakra is right above your head, outside of your body. Imagine a white lotus flower opening up. This is where our connection to wisdom and to the divine creator resides. Feel yourself moving into that energy as the lotus flower expands in all directions, allowing ourselves to be guided, knowing the truth that we are all one. Now bring your awareness up to the sun. Allow yourself to feel the warmth of the sun on your face, the life force energy. Feeling the energy of the sun on your body into each and every single cell. Bathing in that healing energy. Now bring your awareness up to the full moon, where the feminine energies resides. This is called the pink moon. This is a very powerful moon. Even though the full moon energies were the highest yesterday, we still have the energies for 3 more days. During the full moon, we do a release of letting go of things no longer that serve us, so that we can make room for the things that we desire in our life, which we plant during the new moon. This moon is also requiring us to be grateful for all that we have. For all the things in our life that we are grateful for, so that more can come forward. I'd like everybody to take a few minutes at this point and go ahead and say the things that you are grateful for in your mind towards the moon, and then also recognizing the things that you'd like to release and asking the energies of the moon to help assist with that. So let's take a few minutes and do a release and do some gratitude.
The Galactic Mountain so much, he's a regular. All right. Thank you, One Divineness. That's for you. That's for you. I told you comes from Brother Charles Henderson. He is on Facebook under Charles Henderson. He makes pipes, he makes knives. I got this from him. He gifted me this back in probably 17. Now, there's nothing in it, but as I said, it's clogged up at this end. But yeah. As I put some wax in that motherfucker, and I knew it'd light up. So that's giving y'all some smoke for this full moon energy. That's why I showed the sister, beautiful sister, one divineness. I hope you don't mind me showing that and sharing that with you. And this is a time to manifest, shed and manifest. Something you need to get rid of. This is a good time to get rid of. Something you want to shed. If you're trying to manifest, it's a good time for that too. So it doesn't hurt to put a little energy in this. That's all. That's all. So that's why I bring her on. She gives a meditation. And if you want to do it later, do it later. That's all. If you if you want to, I really don't show a lot of this. I don't show a lot of the I don't do a lot of the sounds anymore, but if you go to my old videos about 6 months ago, you can still get the full array of all the sounds, which I give freely. And they all are on high vibration, And so if you want to go back to one of my old videos, I go through all the sounds. I've been on this channel too, not just the other channel, on this channel too. So that's the long night. Okay, I had to remember that. For next month, when we have another, full moon, I always like to, recognize it. And that's all. And if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, then it's not for you. And that's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't make me like you more. Oh, I'm going to answer your question. Lorenzo had a question. Do you feel like Sly when going to Cracker Barrel, like the ancestors telling you that you shouldn't be there? I don't get that feeling. The only place I really ever went to that was funky, and this is kind of I hate to try to say that the chain is all together, but Denny's, and when I lived in Battle Creek, Michigan, Denny's was the place to go after the clubs. Everybody's up in that motherfucker, and it was cool. Now, we had a semi-pro state tournament up in Holland, Michigan, and what they did, somebody ordered it was like 5 or 6 of us eating breakfast before we had to go hoop. One person ordered something that took longer. 3 or 4 of us ordered pancakes. So what they did is they held our orders up until the other person's order was ready. By the time they came, we get the pancakes ain't hot. So we, 3 or 4 of us send them back, say, give us hot pancakes. All of a sudden, they called the people on us, saying we're in there being rowdy. So Denny's got sued for being funny like that. But that's my thing with Denny's. Now, Cracker Barrel, shit, they had some real good ribs when I lived in Michigan. And here I live near one. I probably go to Cracker Barrel once a month. So I ain't, there's nothing against Cracker Barrel for me. I ain't saying that. I haven't really, been into Sly to hear that. So I don't know. I haven't heard him say that. I haven't really checked him out lately. So I haven't heard him say it, so I don't know. To me, Cracker Barrel's, it's got good food. They make one of the best country fried steak. Their vegetables are always fresh, and then the biscuits are always on point. So, and, I don't spend a gold mine, I don't spend a lot of money going to Cracker Barrel. So I don't mind it because it's not very expensive. Cracker Barrel is not very expensive. So I don't know.
I don't know. They make good food, and it's home cooked food. Now, I don't know. I haven't heard what he said about it. Now, is he saying that because they stole some what is it, recipes and shit, and they giving you sold food? I don't know if it's so much sold food because I don't think this one you can get ribs, and they used to make really good ribs when I ate pork. I don't really eat a lot of pork anymore, but yeah, I don't mind it. Of all the places where I could go. Like yesterday, like today, well, yesterday I went to Cracker Barrel. The night before, we went out and we had to do some shopping and shit. And we end up going to Chili's. I live near a Chili's. And Chili's got two for one beers, which is always my friend. And they have fajitas, shrimp fajitas. Now I live really close to TGIF's. And they just now are having, but their fajitas aren't as shrimpy. So I don't know. I don't feel any kind of way about Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel's cool to me. I ain't got no feeling about it. I live near a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of good food. And Cracker Barrel is inexpensive, and they have good food. And it's some country home cooked food. So I like Cracker Barrel. I haven't had a negative experience. I can't say that any of my ancestors say yay or nay. My grandmother and my grandfather, I've been to Cracker Barrel with them because there's several in Michigan. Most of the ones, I want to say there wasn't one at one point in Kalamazoo. The one was in Battle Creek. And maybe when they would come to see me or see when the boys were little, I can't remember why everybody was in Battle Creek. Royal Bell, Chili's has good Alfredo pasta. I've had that too. I've had their Alfredo pasta too, and yes, they do. But they got the 2-for-1s, and I'm not paying. One reason I go to Chili's too is because I'm not paying for Bally Sports. Now, Bally Sports apparently was given money from Amazon, so I'm trying to see if Amazon's going to start showing the Timberwolves game. One thing they've stopped doing, though, they stopped blacking out the Timberwolves game. I noticed. Now, the game where they lost to Milwaukee, I didn't have access. I was at Chili's and I watched them Friday night. I watched them, them Milwaukee beat them, as I mentioned before. So, yeah, I like Chili's. Chili's is one of my spots. That's like if we're at home and we're out shopping and shit, that's kind of the go-to. We don't spend a lot of money. I mean, So, I mean, there's some places where, we leave that motherfucker and spend $170. You dig? I mean, there's places like that, but it's also places where you don't have to spend quite as much and still get good food, So, but it's just funny that, the women I go with, my wife's family is like, all of them is returning food. And it's like, I don't trust food that much. It's like motherfuckers get mad, but I see what they're saying. They said the food was dry, it was overcooked. And I guess if you're paying for it, But Richard Pryor said, you go to Chinese place and it's like, I ain't eating this shit. And the Chinese person said, you order shit, you eat shit. So I don't know. I guess it's a personal thing. I don't know if I've ever sent any food back. And I don't know. I don't know, y'all. So I guess it's a personal thing. How to tell if a skimming device is connected to a credit card reader. Can skimming devices do the tap? Why do we have a leap year? Who cares? Hey, CWE, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Excuse me. I gotta be old. It's all I really need. Your love is all I need. Your love is all I need. It's all I really need. Yeah, I want some of you niggas to definitely go to the Mars simulator. Like, nigga, you need some niggas on Mars. So let us up and we'll live in the simulator. So I want to see some of y'all. Oh, that looked good. What was that? Juicy Lucy. Y'all know what a Juicy Lucy is? It's a burger with cheese inside of it and shit. God damn, some of this shit is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Maybe David Chappelle said unbelievable. Unbelievable, y'all. Some of this shit is unbelievable. It really is. But yeah, feel the full moon energies. May they manifest for you like they manifest for me. And that's what this time is for. Lorenzo, you know, Kareem requested a trade from Lakers in 81 because they wanted to add Moses. Kareem wanted to be a Knick or net. Yeah, I ran across that where Kareem was talking about going to the Knicks, but the Knicks wouldn't pay the bread. That's why Kareem never went to the Knicks. They wouldn't pay the bread. And Kareem felt slighted. You know, when they won that first championship, he felt slighted. He really did. Because Kareem should have been the MVP, and they gave it to Magic. David Stern gave it to Magic. Because he was pushing Magic and Larry Bird. And Magic and Larry Bird, you know, Kareem was kind of, you know, like Kareem is suffering, not quite like Barry Bonds suffering where they're going to ban him, but a lot of writers didn't like Kareem. And the way they banned Kareem is from coaching. You know, he got blackballed from coaching. You see all the people they gave chances to. I mean, it's numerous ex-Lakers, but yet nobody would give Kareem a chance. And it was because of the way he treated and not management. You know, Kareem only played with two different teams. And it was the way that writers perceived him. And that's really why he never got a job. They all blackballed him because of the writers, because he was, you know, assholes to the writers. So, Magic took Kareem, Sean. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he absolutely. And he regenerated Kareem too, because remember, Kareem couldn't get over remember, Bill Walton knocked him out. Remember that? Bill Walton knocked him out twice. Bill Walton knocked him out. I know what I need to look at. So, you know, it was like he didn't, you know, he didn't get a lot of success until Magic came to the Lakers. You know, Kareem never won it. Remember, Kareem was there 2 or 3 years before Magic. When they did that Lil Elmore trade. And so Kareem, you know, he won all this. He never won without a good guard. He never won without, again, he had Oscar Robertson, and then he won with Magic. Let me see. I came across some shit because, you know, I'm a little bit of a physicist. And so let me see if I can find this shit for y'all. I think this might be it. Let me see if I can find this shit up here on the let me see if I can find this in here. I want to go here. So we can minimize that and let's go see if this can bring this up. Was it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Where am I at? Oh, okay, that's it. Let me get it in here. Y'all know it takes me for, okay, I do want that word. Okay, I want that. Let's see if this brings a... All right. I know this ain't gonna mean shit to a lot of y'all, but I think it's still worth it. What they're saying that they've able to do and they've able to watch. And so this is called the Radcliffe Wave. And what they're telling you is a lot of the way they looked at the birth of a lot of these young stars, and what they're saying, a wave of energy. Not only is it a wave of energy as far as measurement, they showing it that it's a movable wave of energy.
And this wave of energy is creating new stars as it moves through. Is a neighboring coherent gaseous structure in the Milky Way, dotted with a related high concentration of interconnected stellar nurseries. Stretches about 8,800 years. The structure runs with the trajectory of the Milky Way's arms. It lies closest to the Taurus cloud at around 400 light years, and the Phaeus about 5,000 light years. Cygnus X from the sun, always with the local arm itself spanning. And so what they're trying to show you, a nearby stellar galaxy showing the local arm. This is the arm, the part that they call the arm of our galaxy. And remember, we are in the end of the galaxy. We are almost by ourselves. Many of the star forming regions. Well, okay, I'll go back here. Let me read this. This is more. A few years ago, astronomers uncovered one of the Milky Way's greatest secrets, enormous wave-shaped chains of gaseous clouds in our sun's backyard, giving birth to the clusters of stars along the spiritual arm of the galaxy we call home. Naming this structure the Radcliffe Wave, out of the Harvard Radcliffe Institute, where the indolation was originally discovered. The team now reports that the Radcliffe Wave not only looks like a wave, but also moves. So this is moving. This is moving through space-time, all right? Moving through a stadium full of stars, full of fans. And the best way they break it down is the way a wave is just like if you was in a football game doing the wave. It's that same thing where everybody gets up and that energy moves through the whole way. So what they're trying to show you is that they found some energy that moves like that through the galaxy. And this is the best way I can show you its path. And let's see, Center Professor, how the Radcliffe Waves moves through the backyard of our sun. Blue dots are cluster of baby stars. Okay, by combining the new data from the European Space Agency mission with the data-intensive 3D mapping, pioneered, blah, 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 discovery of the Radcliffe Wave in 20. It's the largest coherent structure we know of. Okay, it's really, really close to us, who describes the collaboration work in a related sky and telescope. It's been there the whole time. We just didn't know about it because we couldn't build these high resolution models. The 2020 3D dust map clearly showed the Radcliffe Wave existed, but no measurements. So this is something that baseball is back. Yeah, the pitchers and catchers. So this is something, if you can tap into it, you can. But if you can't, then you can't. You know, that's okay. I wanted to show. Let me see if I can show it. Yeah, here's another picture of what I was reading. And so this is how it's moving through our universe. You know, this is all the arm. And we're an outlier. Remember, Earth is an outlier of the Milky Way. And this is how it's moved to show it's a move. And these are all the stars. We live near a long stream of thin gas, dust, and stars, which spirals onward from the center of the Milky Way. Our cosmic neighbor is called the Orion Spur, sort of like a stellar side street. But this is the Radcliffe Wave in motion. See, this is how it moves. This is what they're looking at and how it moves. So if you're talking about intelligent life, you know, this could be the type of intelligent life there is that is moving through the universe, doing the wave. And we know, you know, if you're watching Oppenheimer, you know, you have particles or you have waves. Waves are the waves are in the vacuums. When you're talking about vacuums, you start losing. Duke loses on purpose because they wanted the last game between UNC Duke to determine who wins the first seed. That's why I did that video. I was watching that shit. I'm like, yeah, this nigga's gonna have a good tournament game because he threw that shit away. It's like it's less than 6 seconds left. You don't fucking pass the ball. And you definitely don't pass the ball to somebody that ain't established. Why? You know, he had the ball. He's supposed to take the shot with 6.5. And, you know, haven't been making sports work lately, but it was like, yeah, this is, you know, they was up here working and shit and doing the bedroom, making the bedroom always feng shui. You know, my wife's talking about, let me come in there and feng shui here. And I guess some of these tables, like,
Her mom had the tables and her mom wants the tables. She ain't getting these tables back. I can use these motherfuckers. So if you're interested in that part of physics, you know, it's something you can tap into. It's a bunch of ways to see how it works. You can tap into space. It is not something that you can. It's something out there to tap into, and it's like even like trying to tap into the planets. And like what we went even through tonight. I mean, if you do it every year for a number of years, eventually you'll tap into something that's greater than yourself. And that's what I seem to find. As you know, like this energy is given freely. And you can believe that the entities and stuff that can feed off this definitely feed off this. But it seems to be something that all of us can feed off of. So we might as well take energy that's given freely because it's not given freely that often. And, they would rather, have you ignore this and think it's nothing to it. But it meant no matter where you are on Earth, the moon shines down on you. And even if you're in the structure or not, because when the weather's nice, I take the crystals out there and I leave them out there so they get, moon kissed. And in the ways they do, the moon still can penetrate all this. But doing the extra things I do kind of, brings that energy into me. And so it helps me try to, manifest what I'm trying to manifest. That's all. And so, I try to give this information freely, however you think you can use it. That's all. You think you can use it, you can use it. And the same thing with the meditation. And one divineness, shout out to you. Hope you don't mind me using it if any of your friends, because I'm sure your friend. And it's so funny with her, It's like we was kind of kicking it for 6 months, and then one day she tells me, and I'm gonna tell this story. So I was into my phase of exposing, transgender people. And I was in the process of exposing Sandra Bernhardt. No, what's her name? She was in with Rocky. Sandra, whatever her name is, Bullock. Okay, now Sandra Bullock is obviously a dude. She'll tell you she got her start in a gay club. And so I was kind of going it back and forth about her. And the funny thing is the lady was showing a picture, and she showed a picture of her from junior high. And I mean, her Adam's apple was thicker than mine. And I was like, thank you for doing that. And you know how I was attacking people back then on Facebook, and we going back at it. But it was like I was able to czar, and this is the czar. I was able to czar into that bitch. And I was able to czar into her place. And like while she's typing shit about me, I'm throwing arrows in her ass. And I'm watching her respond. And as I'm typing back to her, I'm telling her, yeah, I'm in your I'm looking at your hallway right now. This ain't no stalking shit. I'm in a completely different state. But I'm telling her, I'm describing all the pictures on her walls and shit. And I'm like, you feel them prickles in your back, chick? So I was throwing them, she was talking shit to me. I was throwing them fucking arrows in her back. So one of her friends, this is a video from about 2 years ago, now probably 3. One of her friends has to go back months that I did a video, like before me and her met. And she used that as an excuse for us breaking up, which I still, I'm not bitter, but I'm like, no, wait a minute. You don't know this bitch. You don't know the beef we had. I had every right to do what I did to her. But that's the excuse. She's like, well, you were using those spiritual arrows, and I know what those are. I'm like, I ain't use them on you or anybody you know. But it was something else going on, which is cool. It worked out the best. And I wish the best for her. I'm glad things didn't work out with her. I wouldn't be sitting right here on this spiritual ground on this beautiful hill I live on. This is a beautiful hill. You can see this shit from miles away. I can see the fucking city from where I live. And this is such holy ground. So this is what was meant to be. And so I'm kicked back and digging, Let me see some shit. There is some shit. I might get away with a little bit. Let me see. I want to see how much I can copy of this. Let me see.
Looks like you won something there.
I want to play. If I was God, this is what I would do every day. I can't play a whole lot of it, but let me get into it. Okay. Okay. If I was God every day at noon every day, this is what I would play. Okay, I'm fucking up. Okay. Okay, yes. I want that riff there. All right. If I was God every day, this is what I would do and what I would play to let my people know that I exist. That's what I would play every day. Every day at noon, I would play Slide for my people. So if I'm ever allowed to be the Monkey King again, you gonna hear every day at noon, you gonna hear this shit. You gonna hear that every day. And it'd be like, there's God. Wouldn't that be better for the people that they would know where God was? That God played them slave, slide. Wouldn't that be great to play that every day for y'all? What do you say, CWE? Before to play Rothschild, the ball on purpose. Yeah, exactly. I don't disagree. But don't y'all think that's a great way to connect with everybody every day, y'all? Noon come, everybody be like waiting, and everybody could just close their eyes and meditate for a few minutes hearing. Man, wouldn't you like a God every day that he would just vibe? You know, and I would play the whole song. The whole song is about 7 minutes. I would play the whole song just that world bass. You know, boom, 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 boom. You know, every day for it would be a break for everybody. It would be a true siesta. Every day at noon, you could count on me coming in and playing Slide. I would play it for about a half an hour so you could really meditate. And I'd be like, boom, 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 boom. And you know, I had to give you funk. I had to hit you with them horns too. Don't. Oh, that bass is funky. And every day you would feel good. You like, he's up there and he cares about us. He plays the bass for us every day. Oh yeah, okay. I can use that. I got to put that in the box. I've been thinking about that. I don't like
a smoke bomb.
Okay, let's check this out. This is a little bit about Malcolm. I want to bring this up because remember, it wasn't that long ago they done killed a Muslim up in New Jersey. Remember, they killed one of them Muslims. One of them Muslims, imams up in New Jersey. And remember, New Jersey hid the dude who shot Malcolm X with that shotgun. That's been proven. And New Jersey hid him. The Nation of Islam hid him, but he was hid in New Jersey. Then that imam got killed. But this is a little more on Malcolm. So I'm going to let him tell it.
This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. With Nermeen Sheikh. It was 59 years ago this week that civil rights leader Malcolm X was assassinated, February 21st, 1965, as he stood at the podium before a crowd here in New York in Harlem's Audubon Ballroom. His wife, Betty Shabazz, pregnant with twins, and his 4 daughters were in the ballroom looking on. As Malcolm began speaking, a man shouted, accusing another of picking his pocket, creating a disturbance. A smoke bomb was thrown. Amidst the confusion, 3 gunmen at the front of the hall opened fire. Malcolm was hit 17 times in the ensuing hail of bullets. He died on the stage as chaos erupted.
All right, let me point something out to you. This gentleman right here was an undercover New York police officer.
A smoke bomb was thrown. Amidst the confusion, 3...
This is the undercover police officer that was working with Malcolm. They had an undercover police. His name is Gene something, but this is an undercover police officer.
Gunman at the front of the hall opened fire. Malcolm was hit 17 times.
Okay, this undercover police officer didn't get one shot off protecting Malcolm, and he was supposed to be like a bodyguard.
Times in the ensuing hail of bullets. He died on the stage as chaos erupted.
He was shot point blank with a Ruger, a 45, and a double-barrel shotgun.
On Wednesday,
Now, Dick Gregory says there were some shots from behind, that a sniper shot him from behind as well.
Wednesday night at what is now the Malcolm X and Betty Shabazz Center in Washington Heights, Malcolm's daughter, Ilyasa Shabazz, recalled that horrifying.
Okay, it's got to be more than what else are they saying?
Moderator, our distinguished guest.
Now, you know, I'm the only person that I know on the internet that tries to play his voice. So you hear this beautiful man's voice. You know, there's so many leaders that have so many flaws. And this man wasn't perfect by any means, but he exemplified what he talked about. You can't talk about Elijah Muhammad and say he was a pure man. He was a pedophile. But Malcolm was pure of heart. You know, Malcolm was really believed. And he was tricked. And even in the movie they say, and even in the book, he says the niggas fucked up the Nation of Islam. He later saw that not only was he being attacked by the U.S. government, he's being attacked by the Nation of Islam. And he made them niggas a lot of money. Before Malcolm came in, I think it was mosque number 1 in Detroit, mosque number 2 in Chicago. I think you had mosque number 3. I think you had 7 mosques when Malcolm joined. Within 3 years, Malcolm had something like 80 or 90, if not 100 mosques across the country. In the movie Malcolm X, you see one scene of a young cat come in and just, I've said before, my roommate was from Bedford-Stuyvesant. He knew Connie Hawkins, grew up in that area. And that scene, just as young boys love Bunchy Carter and joined the Panthers because of Bunchy Carter in L.A., the young niggas love Malcolm and joined in unbelievable numbers. And as Malcolm went across the country, the young people joined because of Malcolm, not because of Elijah Muhammad or his family. And they got rich. Now, you see Malcolm, some pictures you can see before he got his teeth fixed. You can see where, you know, he was a very naive man. And he was only naive because once he believed, once he put his hands, and now a lot of, he believed in men because he believed in Elijah Muhammad. Didn't really understand betrayal because he was on his own religious path. And he was betrayed by someone that was jealous of his ability, the way he looked, the way he talked. But yet the people that killed him benefited from him building them up. He built them all up. And then when they was like, well, we can, you know, and that's why you see Farrakhan, you know, being a copy of Malcolm. And a lot of them, yeah. I mean, what was the one dude they killed, the bald head guy? Same thing. You see his inflections, Malcolm-ish. And so when I try to play him every day. So I'll listen to this later. It's 25 minutes. I mean, it doesn't matter. The man was killed. So, you know, we know who killed him. We know who hit him. We know that the government, you know, they had something to do with the shit. So we're not, we're not surprised by anything that they do. The 60s was, you know, time to murder or fake murder to scare the people. But you know, the 60s was the time where people, you know, really went after the government and the government's corruption. And we see, you know, because, you know, think about it. The 60s was the time to overthrow the government. The government was so spread out. They had all the troops still in Germany. They had all them troops still in Korea. And they had 500,000 men on the ground with another probably 100,000 in support in Vietnam. So these people were spread thin. So that's why they did a lot of psychological ops, psychological things like Kent State, which was fake. See, when they attacked a European college, it was fake. When they attacked A&T and South Carolina State, they killed people. Because they wanted to send a message to college people, we will kill you. We will come on campus and we will kill you. Because they were outnumbered. Like look at some of the riots and what look at even Kent State. Look at kind of weapons they got. They got Garands. They got World War II weapons. When supposedly they killed 5 people in Kent State, look at the weapons they have. This is the National Guard. ARs was around then. When Kent State was what, 68, 69, they had ARs, but not them troops didn't have them. They shooting them old World War II guns. Go back and look at the video. You ain't seeing ARs that they supposedly shot Kent State people with. But it was all a psyop. It was all fake killing. Kent State was fake, but it wanted to scare European college people because we saw the students take over these colleges. You know, you had high school chapters in the colleges. That's what A&T came from. That's where when A&T was fighting the police, that's where it came from, which ended in the death of Willie Grimes. And on the old dorm, the last dorm I lived in A&T, there was 50 caliber shots in this one side of A&T's, you know, one side of where A&T was. This wall of old Scott Hall was just tore down. 50 caliber bullets. They shot them tank bullets up in the campus dorm. And there was some kind of high school boys was fucking around, and the college boys got together. They broke in the ROTC, where that had them real ARs. And they shot the fuck up of the local cops. So they brought in tanks on campus. Because the local cops didn't have them automatic machine guns that the brothers stole and was shooting at their asses. So that was their response. Is to shoot at them with 50 caliber tanks while these niggas got machine guns. It's always over top, you know, when it comes to us. Kent State didn't have any tanks. You dig? So it's always a case of a hammer trying to hit a tack. That's the way they come after us. But the country was vulnerable. It definitely was vulnerable because they were stretched so thin. So that's why there were so many sides. The Charles Manson was another thing. It was to keep people out of communes. Keep people out of living in them deserts. Come back and live in town. In some places, you can't live off the grid. They force you to be on the grid. So this is part of our history that they want to get rid of. And, you know, the Europeans don't, you know, it's funny. Like, you know, you go to Jewish faith people, and I heard Netanyahu talking about 6 million. Now, we know there was no 6 million Jewish faith people killed. There wasn't 6 million people in all of Europe, not Jewish faith people. There wasn't even 6 million. It's even doubtful that there was 3 million people that was killed. It's more like in the hundreds of thousands. They killed different nationalities. And a lot of civilians got killed too that they want to say, but the 6 million, that's been debunked. Matter of fact, I hate I didn't keep this information, but I came across some information that says there was only about 300,000 Jewish faith people in all of Germany and Europe. Only 300,000 combined. There was only 1% in Germany. And at the time, Germany had, 14 million people. So it was like 1.4 million people, maybe, not even that. 1%. I forget the number in Germany, but they were only 1% of the German population. So the numbers were very low. So they still telling the same lies. And like, you know, Americans is saying, forget about slavery, ain't got nothing to do with us. But look at the way America and NATO made Germany. Germany paying their relatives. Their relatives been getting money. And American sends money to the Holocaust survivors too. And even though we had nothing to do with it, we still give them as we give Israel money as well. But they've had funds for the Holocaust survivors, and they still making Germany pay. So you see how generational thing could happen over there for them. But who's, you know, you can't say that Jim Crow was any worse than the Holocaust, because it wasn't. It was almost the same thing. Probably worse. There's cases of working people to death. We know in the coal mines. We know in the iron mines.
And really before 1905, 1906, when they made them start writing names down, they was just freely killing these people, working them to death, selling them for little as 25, 30 cents sometimes. It was never that low in slavery. And so this is where, America is guilty and does owe melanated people. Is for Jim Crow. And our perfect example is you paid them Nazis, you made the Germans pay them. Without the Americans and American backing, Germany wouldn't have paid them shit. So with American backing, you made the Germans suffer. But the Europeans in America was never allowed to suffer the way melanated people was allowed to suffer during Jim Crow. And you're saying that there's nothing you can do about it. A lot of the flight from the South to the North was forced flight, where people were forced off their land, terrorized off their land. They still don't want to say that the Klan was ever a terror group, terrorism, or these skinheads is the same way. White supremacy, they never put that as a terrorist group. When probably, the skinheads and white supremacy is the big terrorist group on the earth. These imperialists. Obama, I've said night after night, Obama snatched more people off the streets and around the world than any other president or any other leader was able to do. He was snatching people off the street everywhere. Taking them where? Mostly Arabs. Taking them where? And he wasn't playing this shit with these borders, letting all these men come in who are going to identify as European. And the way they this COVID shit, it ain't saying jobs is readily available anymore. And then with technology and AI and robots being able to do a lot of the work, what work? Why are more people coming in when the jobs are already tight? Make that make sense. I was watching Ireland and they saying the same thing. Like, why are these motherfuckers coming here? Because they having the same thing. Destabilizing where these people live, forcing them to move. And isn't it funny? These people can come from thousands of miles away, and every time you see them on TV, the clothes are clean. Isn't that miraculous? How you can come thousands of miles from tropical weather, and you still got clean clothes on. Name brands. I mean, it seems like if you're so desperate, you wouldn't have any new clothes. But yet, when they show people around the border, everybody's got on new clothes. Make that make sense? Like they've just changed and they get to the border when they get to come over. So they have no right to be here. And especially getting any benefits when we know how they do melanated people. How's it that these white looking, South Americans can come over here and get to Europe, get benefits? We talked about, the way they've already done us. Where, in neighborhoods, like in Detroit and Dearborn, you won't give melanated people the loans to get these gas stations, but these first, what was it? First the Jewish faith people. And that's what a lot of the who got burned out of the 60s was Jewish faith people. Because, they're not going to they didn't want to just let melanated people have the money in the segregated neighborhoods. They had the Jewish faith people in there. And that's who got burned out during the riots of the 60s. Detroit, LA, they burned out Jewish faith people. And then they was pushing for integration. Don't spend your money in your neighborhood. Spend the money at the mall. That's what they did to you. And so some of y'all now, you don't even know what a segregated neighborhood was like. And, other than under the, if you lived in
some projects and you lived in one of these major cities, you might be old enough to remember what it was like Cabrini Green, Taylor Homes, and other many places. And let's not forget what welfare used to be. Let's not forget the Claudine. Like now, you seem like now they seem to be, telling these foreigners they can come over here and they're gonna take care of them for a couple generations. Remember what welfare was. We don't care how many babies. Your girls have babies, just keep the men out to homes. You can't achieve too much, but just keep the men out to homes. And as I said before, well, no, let me get back. And when your daughter get pregnant, we're gonna take care of her too, and she can get Section 8 and be on welfare. Long as you keep the man out the house. Now, when these Somalians came over here, they wasn't trying to break up the families. They was giving all the Somalians 50 grand. This was in the 90s. Section 8 automatically health care. And you got Americans that ain't got that. And it makes you wonder, what is the overall plan that the Democrats had? Because obviously Trump wasn't letting these motherfuckers in. Obama really wasn't letting these motherfuckers in. So why all of a sudden, what changed the Democrats' mind from Obama being a motherfucker that pushed their ass out and pushed motherfuckers out more than anybody before? And then all of a sudden we don't have that. What happened? What happened that all of a sudden they ain't pushing these motherfuckers out? Why did, and again, it goes back into who they letting in. Because it's known that Europeans ain't having babies. They want to tell you melanated people that y'all ain't having babies, but only the Mexicans having babies. I've said before, my little cousin had 5 children. So niggas is still having babies. Now it appears like a lot of European families ain't having babies though. Now I talked about seeing a European family the other night at my daughter's recital, 5 European children. Okay. That's not the norm. Now, my European wife, two of them just had 1 child. My wife, the other 2 wasn't my wife, but she had 3. Very odd, Most Europeans only have 1 or 2. She had 3. But the other 2 European women I'm with, they only had 1 each. So they're the only child they had. So it's a reality that, Europeans are going to disappear in their natural state just because you're not having enough American European children. So is this what they're doing? Is they want a new group of European looking people? Because remember, in South America and Mexico, the darker Mexicans, you want to look more like European Mexican. That's what's the favorite people down there as far as a caste system. You don't want to look Indian. You don't want to look melanated. You want to look more Spanish. And you look that up and you find that. You want to look more Spanish, which means more European looking and less Indian looking. Because we know in South America, there's a lot of dark motherfuckers too. But you notice when they show television things, you only seeing the European looking. But we know a lot of dark people live in Mexico and South America. But if you look at the news, what do you see? You don't see them. And that's on purpose. Because they want you to make you think it's just them Spanish looking people. Them lighter looking people. Which they do want to become the new Americans. So, is there a civil war coming? Perhaps. Perhaps. But who does that favor? Because the law enforcement is always going to, and the military, which we've showed in history, they're always going to back the Europeans. Law enforcement and the army is here for the European protection. And they've showed that throughout history. So if there was any revolt, they're going to protect them and think you're the aggressor. That's what their history shows. Anytime it's any kind of confrontation, they're going to back Europeans. Wrong or right, when the police are involved and the military is involved, they're going to be on the side of the Europeans. That's what their history is. Now, are all these foreigners they're bringing in, is this part of what they're going to do? Is this their plan? They bring all these foreigners, ex-military trained, and say, you're on our side? because there's obviously more melanated people in America than there are Europeans. It's been like that. But they want to call the melanated people the minorities. But in reality, the melanated people have always outnumbered the Europeans. That's why they wanted to chop them up. White, black, native, this, that. Instead of saying it's only two people in the world, it's Europeans and melanated people. That's the only type of people are in the world. Pale people and melanated. Nothing else. Nothing else. That's the only two. And we know that the European has only been here maybe 6,000 years. Like, where did they come from? There's no long history. That's my disagreement on Tartaria. What they're trying to show you through Tartaria that they're ancient. It's a racist, it's racist. They're trying to find a way, and they invent some shit. And it's funny, you got the Tartarians, you got the flat earthers. Are you a Tartarian flat earther? But Tartaria is trying to make Europeans saying they had an ancient society. And something took them over and mud flooded them. And that took off, that took the ancient high science Europeans. That's what they're trying to tell you. The high science, that whites, Europeans had a high science, and it was Tartaria. That's what they're trying, that's all it is trying to invent them being ancient. Because they're not ancient people. And it's, what do I always say? Maybe I need to play it. What do I always say? I don't mean to be rude. But what does history tell us? When you look at ancient civilizations, they try to make up Neanderthal folks and all these kind of folks to rationalize. And they wanted, and it's funny, like, they broke the Bible down. The Bible only shows the history of 10,000 years. So it's been broke down and like, this is a lie. The world is way older than that. And it's older than the year they tell you. We know the new year starts in March and May. One of the calendars resets in March. The other calendar resets in May. The oldest calendars on Earth, which is the Mayan calendars. The long count and Habib. Those are the longest continuous calendars on Earth. Before the Gregorian, those times still are moving. That's why they were scared in the motherfucking 2012. They were scared. The computers were scared. The machine was scared. Because they didn't know this change. The Mayans just telling you this session is ended, new one begins. That's all the Mayans were saying. But these motherfuckers were scared about it. They didn't know if they could continue. It seemed like their magic had ran out. The machine didn't know how it was going to adjust. So these are just some things to consider. Say, I'm not trying to be rude, but just consider it. Because look at history. Like even the Greeks. Was it the Eurasians? Is it the Reasians? I mean, you see brothers on the Greek islands. St. Patrick, don't celebrate that shit. He killed the pygmies. The snakes are the melanated folks that live there. Well, what is Scotland? They want to tell you Scotland comes from the Ontonagon's wife, Sosha. Did I get that right? Sosha? Scotland? They connect the melanated people there from Ontonagon's family that was forced to flee. And we know the characters, Ontonagon is Moses. That's a copy story of Moses. Person that he was the first one that said, hey, it's just that. Again, it's a male thing. It appears, we don't know the truth, but it appears like the male thing, the male son, the Amen Ra, Amen Ra, which, why is that in Catholics? Christians, why do Christians still, Christians? And that's the problem with religion is most people worship something they don't understand. And there's something wicked that you worship and you don't even understand the wickedness, especially Christians, Catholics. I mean, if you don't see the wickedness, I'd say Catholics more than Christians. There's a wickedness that's in your face. You just go into the Inquisition and you go into when they had the conversos and they thought, hell, we can be more powerful under the guise of this church. And so if you think that the Jewish faith people ain't in the Catholic Church, you just misinformed and you ain't studied enough. They're all still in there. I mean, I'm reading a book right now called God's Bankers. And when that city state started being international trade money, and not just we giving money to the church. So in this day of age, I'm surprised at 62 years old, going on 63. I'm surprised there's any religion. I really am. That people believe. You can't believe in anything. You got to know. I mean, what your true spiritual being is someone that knows and doesn't fall for dogma. And that's what too many people do is fall for dogma. I'm listening to this Muslim and he's talking about dogma from unintelligent, unarticulate Elijah Muhammad. He's spewing shit that, is dogma. I'm like, damn. Nobody listens to that bullshit. I'm like, you had a good argument, but then you bring up this dogma, which kills your argument. And again, this world is a female imagination. The earliest sound, the earliest, like moo, is the earliest sound and is the first thought. And even that, turned into, had Thor, that energy even turned into starting other ideas, civilizations. People forget the hero twins had a grandmother that raised them. They had a mother too. Their mother was a god. Let's remember that. But what they give thanks to is the land. And the land had a name. And I mean, they're like people don't understand, like they try to tell you it's dimensions. And I guess that's a way to describe it. But what it is you have this planet and there's so many different ways that these beings that can be connected to this planet. Like we just think the only way you can be connected to a planet is just physically living on the planet. As I said before, what they call heaven is nothing but a different beings that have always lived in like what would be considered our atmosphere. They never had to have physical dwellings on the planet as a civilization. They always lived off the planet, especially when the trees and the rocks came. At first, they lived in what would be called oil. But once the land came and the rocks came, when the rocks was soft, they lived in the atmosphere, which they still live. That's their idea of heaven. It's just these other beings that's still there. And some people might call what they live in as a dimension, and when really it's just another life form that is able to live around the planet. Doesn't need to be on the planet. We need to be on the planet. These people don't need to feed off, our parasites. Even when the rocks was alive and soft, the rocks wasn't parasites. Shugite, when it was alive, that's why shugite can still give you fullerness, which is connecting the organic with the inorganic with the organic. These things didn't need a crystal in the earth to give off the charge it gives, doesn't need to eat. Being in the soil is all it needs. Trees only need sunlight. Now, does it look like trees are parasites? And yet we know from the Popeye Vol that people were once trees. There were people made out of the trees. And they didn't look like stick people. They looked like us. I was able to experience that. They looked like us. Wasn't a sticks people. But they were birthed out of the trees when the trees went into space. So there's been a lot of different life on this realm. And they try to jam 7 different philosophies and stories on telling you what it is. As I said before, without really a good connection with the planets, you can't really understand them. Astronomy, you got to live that stuff. You got to live the way the stars move. If you're really into it, you got to live in what houses is hitting what. Like right now, this full moon it's a lot more going on where the full moon is in. And if you tapped into enough, you can tap into all that's going on galactically. Real or fake. And that's the problem with you guys that don't think everything is fake. You can definitely get energy off the planets. You can get energy off the way the stars move in a line. That's ancient energy that's been given that most that don't study enough to use the energy. Just like you think today, and we got an eclipse coming, a lot of brother was saying, I think for the eclipse, I am going to go over to the mounds. I'm thinking about going over to the mounds today if we really got time. Just to some of this full moon energy and being over there. But they were saying, go to these holy places during this eclipse. Because it's energy given that anybody can tap into. And that's why the full moon is such an easy one to tap into. It's literally just plug into it. It's energy being given out that's free. So real or fake, it doesn't matter what it is. It's energy given out what it is. Whatever it is, it's energy given out that we do seem to benefit and helping manifest. Because we're beat down so often telling us there's no way we can manifest anything. So many negative messages on how you can move forward in this. And, you don't have to be Superman or any of that to tap in. You just have to be serious about wanting to tap in. Open your third eye, your first eye. Loving the ancestors and thanking ancestors that came before you and motivated you. And then seeing what the next world is for you when you close your eyes and you get into a relaxed meditative state. What shows up for you when you close your eyes? What do you see, or you can't see anything? It's just blank. Is that what happens when you close your eyes? That it's just blank, nothing, no colors, no nothing appears? Then there's a lot you're not doing right. As I said before, the first steps is seeing the golden ratio. Because when you first get into the etheric field, ethers, whatever you want to call it, you see the golden mean, golden ratio. It's like a big mushroom moving. And that's one of the first things you should see. That's one of the first levels is you see that moving. You'll see like some energy moving and you get close to that. And that's why, I'm not really a chakra or karma person because, again, you can get above all that. You get above the golden ratio. At one point you're looking at it, but at one point you got to live up above it. And that's up above karma. So when the wheel comes back around you, it's down below you. Now, if you believe in karma, it's like no way it's going to smack you eventually. It don't tell you how to dodge it. It doesn't even tell you that you can live above it. So it can't really be real. If they're telling you that karma is just you can, no way to dodge it. Well, it's a complete way to dodge it. You can live above karma. I don't support the chakra stuff. I practice parts of it. But as a whole, I think it lets people down. I don't think it gives you as much energy. And the Reiki people, I stay away from the Reiki people. It seems like they try to hypnotize you because they give you a lot of symbols and stuff to hypnotize you before you go to a session. Look at this shit. That's the problem is don't just jump into spiritual stuff. Know your own level. I mean, don't expose yourself to someone at a greater level than you. Like, don't meditate with someone that they claim they are doing certain things and been meditating longer than you because they might want to feed off of you. Because that's, there's energy vampires, right? Energy vampires is easy to understand. You ever been you feeling drained? You around a motherfucker and you just feeling drained? You dig? Energy vampires. You probably work with a lot of energy vampires. And some of them you probably got the shield up. Like, psh, talk to this shield, motherfucker. You're not eating on me. And like when I talked about, when I threw the spiritual darts, that was it. You fucking with me? Boom, boom, boom. I ain't eating nothing from that. Other than you fucking with me, I'm going to sting you so you quit fucking with me. You fucking with somebody that's got a little more than you got. That was my point. I ain't feed off her. I ain't sit there like, I'm going to take some of this energy. No, I'm like, I'm going to throw these little darts in your ass to show you that I'm here and you're there. I'm sitting behind you, lady. And I'm throwing these darts in your ass and you reacted and shit while you sitting there talking shit to me, typing around, typing crazy. You dig? And that cost me a relationship. I wouldn't be where I'm in today if I'd have went that route. So I'm glad the way it ended. All right. I'm at 3 hours. I think I'm going to call it, y'all. I'm going to call it. Thank you guys for hanging in there. I did 3 hours, which I can't do no more. But I feel pretty hyped. I must admit, I'm still pretty hyped. Them hits off this pipe. I'm nice. Got me the munchies, though. I got the munchies for your love. Oh. Who do we need? What? Man, I'm just feeling funky tonight, y'all. Oh, shit. Come back, baby, come back. I think we need to have a little bit of... I think we need to have a little bit of funk in our life. So if I was God, you would get this every day. You would definitely get this every day. Let's hear it. You would get that from me every day. Every day you'd be like, damn, where's God at? 12 o'clock. Every day you would get that from me. So you knew I was there. So you wouldn't have to believe in me. I'm giving you this vibration every day. You're like, it's 12 o'clock. There's God playing that universal bass. That universal vibration that raises us. That's what the big statues is for. And some of the pyramids is you come around them and they give you energy. They don't feed off you, they build you. Like I said, when I went to Antanagan, that big old 1,000-year statue, that statue changed my DNA. That's what it was made for. To uplift you, not to worship. It's made to change your DNA, uplift you. Not like that big the shit in D.C. which wants to feed. That's why we look at these celebrity deaths. It's all year. It wants to feed. As I always say, you drink the beast's cup. That's your ass. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. You drink its cup. That's your ass. Because any kind of success, entertainment-wise, they figure they own you at a certain level. That's why they say 15 minutes of fame, eternity of giving up your energy signal. For 15 minutes of fame, eternity of your energy signal. And a lot of people say that's all right. Well, I'm wearing my Spitfire, which I think is pretty funky. You know, anytime I can get a Kango for under $75, I'm with it. So, till we meet again, thank you all for coming. See you Wednesday morning.